People on the East Coast still without power following this weekend's record-breaking storm.
That's right. For most of us, losing power is just an annoyance, right? But can actually be a very serious problem for the elderly and people with certain health conditions. We're talking about things like diabetes and other conditions. So we invited Dr. Nandi in today after the big storm out east. Something that's kind of topical right now. What do we need to know?
Important, I think, just have an action plan. Think through every possible step, spelling out what needs to happen if the power goes out for a few days or possibly a week. Talk with your family and your friends about what you're going to do when the power goes out. It's good to have 3 to 5 people that you can call if you need help. Also, keep your cell phone charged. That way it can be reached by cell phone if you need help, and you can call if help is needed. Now, determine how much food and water you and your family need. The rule of thumb is that each person needs, a gallon of safe drinking water every day. And keep in your pantry easily prepared foods and keep extra batteries on hand. We often think of flashlights as it's crucial for anyone whose medical devices are battery operated. So make sure you stock up and don't wait until the battery gets low before getting replacements.
Okay, if the power does go out and stay out, as you say, for up to a week, how long will the cold stay in the refrigerator so your food stays good? And also people with medicines like insulin, and they've got to keep that cold too.
Really important, because usually a refrigerator should keep cold for about 2 to 4 hours. If you have medications, the best place is to keep it in the refrigerator so it's cold, and that's the safest thing to do. After 4 hours, empty the ice in the freezer into a cold cooler so you can move the medications there, or use dry ice packs until the power returns.
I've
Pretty
also
important.
heard people say before, when it comes to that, to just try to keep the refrigerator and freezer closed as much as you can, unless you have to go into it.
Very important.
And if you got snow outside because it's cold, you use the snow to help cool things off.
You can, obviously, but the dry ice is better if you can. But if you have nothing, absolutely, to keep it cool.
All right, well, that's good. All right, let's move on. We are less than a month into 2016 already, right? So how many of your resolutions have already gone by the wayside? Let's talk about 3 health. That's good. 3 health trends actually that we are seeing emerging. They include natural beauty, feminine care, and healthinism. Steve and I were like, healthinism. What's healthinism?
Well, the first thing is Stephen was talking to me about natural beauty, so just so you know, he was asking how you can do that, right, Stephen?
No, I was asking about her.
So first of all, do you know, cosmetics can actually cause health problems such as skin or eye irritation or allergic reactions. Whether cosmetics or certain ingredients can cause long-term health problems is not entirely clear. Now, more data is needed. Consumers should be aware that there's no evidence that cosmetics labeled as natural or organic are actually green, or actually organic, in fact. So feminine care, using tampons with care. Be aware of signs of toxic shock syndrome. Tampons made with rayon do not appear to have a higher risk of toxic shock syndrome than cotton tampons of similar absorbency. Now, toxic shock is a rare but potentially fatal disease caused by bacterial toxin. Now, symptoms can include high fever, low blood pressure, vomiting or diarrhea, can have confusion, headaches, or muscle aches. So serious stuff. Finally, you guys want to know healthinism.
Yes.
Now, that means health-conscious millennials are offsetting the alcohol that they drink with antioxidants, healthy mixers, and exercise. Now, be careful of how much alcohol is consumed at exercise and drinking events. A 2015 study found that people tend to drink more than usual on the same day that they engage in more physical activity than they usually do. So as much fun as this sounds, it doesn't sound fun to me, but it does for some people. It is realistic, and you need to know that you may not be burning more calories than you're consuming. So I think that this is an important thing.
All right, we have these kinds of fun runs all over Metro Detroit, right? What do we need to keep in mind with those when it comes
really important if you're watching? I'd suggest try alternating alcoholic drinks with non-alcoholic if you can. Also, you want to stay hydrated, so have water and juice. If you have sparkling water, as a good alternative to top off the alcohol. So it's really important to keep safe and hydrated during this time.
All right, we're 1 month into the year. How have your resolutions been doing?
I think it's doing well. I just didn't want to make any things that I couldn't keep. All I said was I wanted to be able to do some natural movement every day, and I do.
Well, that's like every day of your life. Oh, that's true.
I chase the kids, which is one of the best workouts we have.
Chase them off the couch, yeah. Get off the couch, kids.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
Turn off the electronics.
What do you